And there came a day unlike any other, when Earth's mightiest heroes found themselves united against a common threat.
There's something really scary about a guy with a knife who just snaps.
Let's do some gratuitous violence.
Hello, this is God.
Yes, hello, it's Earth. Can you cure global warming?
Click.
You will witness what happens here today, and you will tell of it later.
Was Seahorse Seashell Party? Who didn't invite me?
All eyes to the front. You must watch, dear. It'll all be over soon.
Welcome, everybody. This is Badseedradio. We are interviewing. Well, guys, why don't you introduce yourselves? Start it off with...
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm Billy. I play the sax for Gnarly Karma. I also do some background vocals. And I fiddle around on the keyboard for, during recording time.
I'm Jared. I play the drums. Do a little bit of writing here and there. That's about it.
I'm Mike. I play guitar and sing in Gnarly Karma.
I'm Ryan. I'm the bassist.
Just like every other bassist, including myself. Yeah, I got 3 words. So, Gnarly Karma, that's an interesting name. Where did you guys come up with this particular name?
Well, I guess I can take this one. I'm a firm believer in karma, and I'm always talking about noticing the karma that comes back to me in good ways and bad ways. And I guess one time about a year ago, or I guess it was more than that now.
Yeah, dude. 3 years.
So, when we started, I came over, it was just Jared and I, started Gnarly Karma, and we were practicing for a little while, and I came over and I had a really bad day, and something happened. I don't exactly remember. It had to do with traffic, though. And I just came over, and the first thing I said was, that was some really gnarly karma. And Jared looks at me and was just like, that's it. That's the name of the band.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's been that since.
Yeah.
So now, with that said, have you guys been dealt some good karma since your name is named after bad karma?
So we got some good and bad, I'd say.
Okay.
All sorts. I think we're seeing it all, especially getting a little deeper into the music business now, playing a lot of shows and stuff. We're seeing the ups and downs of a show will get canceled, or a band's manager will change something about a show and you get knocked off a good show, but then a couple weeks later you get an even bigger show than that one. So I'd say that's a prime example of karma that we see all the time. So when bad things come our way, we just know we just got to keep playing, and good things will come our way right after. And it seems to be a trend.
So how would you guys describe the music that you guys play? Describe Gnarly Karma, man.
It's
Gnarly Karma is a collaboration of a lot of different influences that we all bring to the table. It's not one set genre. I play acoustic guitar, so it's got a jam, folk, rock kind of feel, but then we get harder and you hear other harder influences that I have, as well as Jared and Ryan, and Billy has a lot of jazz background, as do I, and we just kind of play whatever we feel, and whatever we think sounds good to us, we play, and we get feedback, and people seem to like it. People are digging it. So this first album that we made was a collection of songs that I've had for a long time. And Jared and I started playing. I came down here, we started jamming for about a minute, and we were like, wow, I think we've got something. I got this riff, let me play this for you. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I've been longing for, so to say. And then, the rest is history. We added Ryan, Billy.
And what's the name of this first album? Is it just
Classic Breeze is the name of this first album. All DIY. We used a pressing company, Atomic Discs, and then they really did a great job doing it. But the recording and mixing was all in-house with Montclair Records, and us and our friends and family doing the artwork and really coming through to make it possible.
So my question now pertains to performance. Who's the biggest guys you guys have ever played with? Either in this band or separately in past bands or...
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, like past bands, Ryan and I were in an alternative band. We played with Cartel back when the Crazy Donkey was still around here in Long Island. We played with them. I'd say that was probably like our biggest one we played with.
Okay.
Yeah, us personally. But like,
I think my biggest show was opening for Biohazard at Lemoore in high school. I was in a hardcore band called Regression with my brother and some other good people who are now, or were in Zombie Fight, and Zombie Fight's not around anymore, but he's starting up something new.
That's really funny because somebody I asked my last interview said the same thing, but not Lemoore. They said locally. So
really?
At Revolution said Biohazard. They all said different hardcore stuff. So
yeah,
which is really.
I think that was pretty fun. I was like 16, you know, and it was like 18 or over, and we had all these people come in. The second biggest show would be CB's. We opened for Full Blown Chaos, was another hardcore band, but Tom was there, Tom Sheehan from Indecision. Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I just play with a lot of, college talent and, those kinds of people. I haven't played with anybody big yet, but I do play with somebody who actually plays for Richie Cannata, the sax player for Billy Joel. He's the only guy who's allowed to play Billy Joel songs with him because he won't play with anyone else because, Billy Joel's ridiculous on the keyboard. But like he gets to play with Richie Cannata, and Richie Cannata is like one of the biggest sax players of all time. I actually met him, and he wants me to bring my sax to jam. He never heard me play, but it's definitely on the to-do list though. Sure.
So Billy will be jamming with your names.
Billy will be jamming
with the biggest Long Island name.
Long story short, you'll be jamming with Billy Joel soon. So Billy, Gnarly Karma, hit us up.
So with that said, who's you guys have already said some pretty big names.
Yeah.
What's the name of your guys' dream opening gig? This is before, if you guys are going up the ladder and you're getting to be famous,
right.
This is the one right before you guys get famous.
Can I call Jared's answer?
You can call his answer. Let's see if it's right.
Modest Mouse?
Yeah.
Man. All right, what's my answer?
Dude, you have so many. Keller Williams?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I'd love to play a show.
Mumford and Sons for me, I think would be sick.
Yeah.
Or Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews would be
I don't even listen to Dave Matthews Band that much, but they're really, really good. Like whenever I hear them, I'm blown away by it. But
yeah, we've been getting him into Dave more.
Yeah, these guys, my co-studio host with me.
If I had to pick one, Brand New or Take Back Sunday, or more alternative side, but
more alternative and more Long Islandy.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't love those bands, but I have a big piece of my heart dedicated to them because they're from here.
Oh,
I'm a big supporter of almost all Long Island talent.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah.
like even if I don't care for what they do.
Yeah.
So
it helps really pay Long Island music.
yeah, I think I have a theory that we have one of the best scenes in the country right now for original music, and I do feel like it's because of what's going on in the music industry now, where it's really hard to make money doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody who thinks they're going to make money doing it gets kind of knocked out of the block. And then the people who continue to make music are like the people that really want to make an art. What do you guys feel about the current state of the music industry? Anything?
I think it's a lot of singles. A lot of iTunes singles. It's hard to sell albums.
Definitely fight to stay relevant with all the, it's so flooded with music every day.
Absolutely.
You get people putting up singles all the time, and people hear a song and they're 3 minutes later they've already heard another one they might like just as much. So you gotta always be putting out music, trying to stay fresh in people's heads.
Yeah.
Ultimately, music's it's a business, and like a lot of people don't look at it that way. Most bands, I would say, don't look at it that way, and nothing ever happens for them for that reason. And it's actually a big problem on the island. The whole pay-to-play thing's huge too. I can talk for hours about that. But I think it's important because the West Coast is doing a lot better. The music scene a lot more jiving, and they're built on pay to play. You gotta pay to play the shows because you want professionals working on your show for you. You don't want to just like invite your friends to come and it doesn't pan out to anything. You want it done professionally.
I think honestly, I'm learning about the music industry.
Okay.
I've been in music my entire life. I feel like music isn't just like a hobby for me. Music is a way of life, and that's just who I am as music. Like it doesn't matter what it is or what I'm doing, I'm going to be listening to music, and I've always been, I wouldn't say like up on the music industry, so to say. Like I think being in this band and treating it as a business and treating it as my second job, like, I do want music to be more than just a way of life for me. I want it to be a means of living. I want to experience sharing this music with people who like it and see where it goes from there. But you know, like I said, it's definitely changed. I mean, I remember, you know, buying cassettes. You know, you buy cassette tape. The album came out. And it was awesome. You go to Tower Records or The Wiz. I know.
It's my favorite.
It's like 11 o'clock. What am I gonna do?
I'm gonna head to Tower.
Yeah. Let's go to Tower for like an hour. Anyway, you know, so it's like, yes, it's all Spotify and it's all Pandora and social media, but you know, again, I'm just like learning about what it really takes to.
You know what I miss about Tower, since you brought it up? I used to buy albums just because of album art. Like, not knowing the name of the band at all. And I miss that the most out of anything. And since there's no record companies like that anymore, like distribution guys, it's the hardest thing for me to find new music in the world.
That cover just looks so good. How could I not want it?
You know, I'll defend my love of Kid Rock to this day. I bought it because that cover for that album where he had the hits.
What is it called? The Devil something?
Yeah, Devil Without a Cause. But he looked so badass on it, and I ended up liking that first album quite a bit.
Kid Rock's the man. How can you not? He plays every instrument. You know, I've seen him live. He plays the drums, plays everything.
He's
DJ too. He does everything.
Yep, he's a talent in my opinion.
Man, I love Kid Rock.
So, do you guys have anything else you guys want to add before we end this?
I would say, you can find us on all social media. If you go to gnarlykarma.com.
Gnarlykarma.com.
Spell it.
Gnarlykarma.com.
Yeah, spell it, because they're...
GNARLYKARMA.com. Normal spelling for Gnarly and Karma.
Yes.
And that'll take you to all of our other social media platforms.
Spotify, YouTube.
Show March 16th at Revolution. Rick's Rising Stars. Next show then March 18th, Stephen Talkhouse out in Amagansett. You guys want to come check that out? It's going to be a lot of fun.
And don't forget our big show. It's in April
16th. At the bitter end. It's our rescheduled from the snowstorm Jonas that canceled.
That show's gonna be great though. There's a lot of big bands that are gonna be coming through to that, so that's definitely the one to look out for if you want to pick one. You know, if you had to only pick one.
No, come to all three.
Yeah, come to all three. That's it.
We're always updating our website, so everything's there. You know, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify. Please like us on all the outlets.
Of those
Everyone
social
means a
media
lot
platforms.
to us. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for sitting with me, taking this 10 minutes, 12 minutes out of your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Hopefully, we're going to get an exclusive performance out of this.
we get in.